I've often wondered why it was that I liked sports so much. I grew up in a household where basically the only sport that was watched was car racing, and it's physically challenging, and yeah, they're racing, so I guess that's a sport, but it's, I don't get it. I don't get it. My dad liked it though. I ended up, discovering baseball when I was about 9, and I discovered football when I was 12, and I love watching those sports. I think for me, it isn't always about what's happening on the field. So if you can find somebody who enjoys the sport or a team as much as you do, and you can watch the games together, it's very much a bonding experience. And that's why cities get crazy when their sports team, wins the championship, the World Series, or the Super Bowl. And it's a way of bringing people together who wouldn't be together otherwise, and professing a love of their city or their team or whatever it is that they're professing a love for. I found unity playing sports, played softball and basketball and powder puff football. I coached a boys soccer team, or co-coached a boys soccer team, even though I never played outside of class. But it was an amazing experience. So, I started playing softball when I was 3rd grade, I think. 3rd grade. And I found I was really good at just spraying the ball all over the place. My coach, his name was Mr. Lemon, Bob Lemon. And when I'd get up to bat, he would kind of cringe, because there was a really good chance that ball was going to come flying right back at him. Hit him a few times. Or, I could, if somebody in left field was calling for the ball, I could hit it in left field. If they wanted it in right field, I'd turn and hit it in right field. Could hit it in center field. I could put ground balls. I just had this natural ability to hit, and I really loved it. I remember we used to play softball at the 5th grade during recess. We'd have my 5th grade teacher would umpire, and so we'd throw some teams together. And I remember there was one time when I kept fouling the ball off, and fouling probably 10 or 12 pitches. And he told the catcher, he's like, if you can catch that, she'll be out and we'll be done with this. And it kind of gave him a look like, hey, I'm up here. And so the next ball that came, I smashed it out past the center fielder. And I think I got a triple out of that before he got the ball and got it back in. I loved playing that. I played first base and second base. Sometimes I was the catcher. I don't know. It's one of those sports where it's both an individual and a team type of sport. So that was a lot of fun for me. I played basketball as well, and just pretty good at that. I was a little bigger than a lot of the other players, and I remember during one game, it was, we were like 3rd or 4th, maybe 5th grade. I'd just turn around and just start dribbling the ball and dribbling backwards towards the net, and the person guarding me would just back up. Every time I'd move, she would move too. So I'd just back up to where I could, toss the ball up and into the net. So I remember the other coach was like, keep your feet still. It'll be a foul if she runs into you. But they were so intimidated by, I guess, by my size that she wouldn't do that. So not to say that I made every layup, because, you know, sometimes I didn't, but I was pretty good at it. And also played during recess sometimes when it was a, you know, softball season. Would play recess with the boys, and I was always one of the first ones picked, because again, I could shoot, I could defend, you know. I didn't mind playing the half court, but I didn't like playing full court basketball where you were running back and forth all the time. Not a sprinter. I'm more of a distance runner than a sprinter. I did do track as well. I think I did the mile, and I did shot put. And it was okay. I wasn't, you know, a superstar or anything, but I was okay at those. Tried doing hurdles. That was not good. I don't leap well. And then in high school, we had the powder puff football, where the juniors would play the seniors. And so my junior year, I joined the team, and I played on the defense. We lost that year, and then we lost again the next year. But whatever, it was a great sport. I love to watch football. I like to strategize, you know, what the teams are doing. The Oregon Ducks are my favorite college team. Washington Commanders are my favorite professional team, though I'll probably be watching some Denver Broncos games this year because Bo Nix is playing there. And I watch the Chargers because Justin Herbert plays there. So it's become a little more based upon particular players and not necessarily the teams anymore. But that's okay. I like football. I'll watch any kind of football. I'll watch the little peewee games. I'll watch, you know, all the way through the pros. And I'll watch anybody who's playing football, like even if it's not the Commanders. Baseball, I'm much more picky about. I only watch the Cubs games, or if it's getting close to the playoffs and there's teams that I want to have lose, I'll watch their games and root for the other team. It's just, you know, a weird thing that we do. And yeah, sports is a community thing for me. It gives me something to look forward to. It's funny because I have a degree in film, but I'm not a big film or TV watcher. I like to, you know, I'm a writer, so I like to write film and television, but I don't necessarily watch film and television. I'd rather watch sports. Sports is a thing that changes. You never know what you're going to see. And this year I've seen a lot of unusual things in baseball, and hopefully I'll see some unusual things in football too. So yeah, that's why I like sports. It's ever changing and builds community.